Hey everyone, welcome back to Learn English with Sophie.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Daily English Conversations. I'm Sophie, and as always, I'm here with my friend Jack.
Hey, Sophie. Hey, everyone. So, Sophie, I have a question for you to start today. Do you ever have those moments where you just stop and you think about the path your life has taken?
Oh, all the time, Jack, especially on a quiet Sunday evening. You look back at the week and think, wow, where did the time go? Why do you ask? Are you feeling philosophical today?
A little bit, yeah. I was just thinking about choices, like the small decisions we make every day. For example, this morning, I was standing in my kitchen and I realized I had no milk for my coffee. Total disaster, right?
A true morning emergency. I hate that feeling.
Exactly. So I thought, I need to go to the shop. But then I thought, do I have any money in my wallet? So I checked, and I had some coins, but not enough. So then I had to decide, do I use my card? Is it worth it for just milk? It's such a small thing, but it got me thinking about how we talk about these little uncertainties, these little amounts.
I love that you turned a trip to the shop for milk into a deep life thought. But you're right, it's those little moments that show how we use language naturally. You just used two very, very important little words without even thinking about it.
Did I? Which ones?
You said, "Do I have any money?" And then you said, "I had some coins." The words some and any, they're small, but for so many English learners, they can be a real headache.
Oh, totally. I remember learning English, and my teacher would put these rules on the board, and my brain would just freeze. It felt like a puzzle. When do you use one? When do you use the other? It's easy to mix them up.
Exactly. And that's what we're going to solve today. We're going to make this simple. No complicated grammar rules, just stories, feelings, and real-life situations. By the end of this conversation, you won't have to think about the rule. You'll just feel which word is right.
Perfect. So let's start with my morning coffee drama. I didn't know if I had money. The situation was uncertain. So my brain automatically asked the question, do I have any money?
Right. And that is the first key to understanding any. Think of any as the word for open doors, for questions, and for things that are unknown. It's like looking into a dark room. You don't know what's inside, so you ask, is there anyone in there? Is there any furniture? The answer is a complete mystery.
That's a great way to put it. The open door feeling. It's for possibilities. It's for when you're not sure. So I opened my wallet and I looked inside. It was dark, but then I saw some shiny metal. The mystery was solved, and my thought changed. I thought, oh good, I have some coins.
See, the moment the uncertainty is gone, the word changes. When you know something exists, when it's a real positive thing, we use some. Some is for a closed door. It's for when you know what's inside. It's a positive, comfortable word. I have some friends coming over tonight. I need to buy some vegetables. You know they are there, or you know you need them.
Okay, so any for the open, unknown question, some for the positive, known answer. Let's test that with a few more examples from everyday life. Sophie, imagine you're hungry. You open the fridge. What do you say to me?
I'd probably say, Jack, is there any food in here? I'm starving. I'm asking a question. I don't know what's in there. It's an open door.
Okay, good. Now you look inside. You see some leftover pizza from last night. What do you say now?
Ah, now I know. The mystery is gone. I'd say, oh, great, there is some pizza. Positive statement, comfortable, happy.
Perfect. You've got it. Now let's add another layer. What if you look in the fridge and there is no pizza? The door is open, you ask the question, and the answer is nothing, zero. What do you say then?
Oh, that's a sad moment. I'd say, no, there isn't any food. There's no pizza. Or, there isn't any pizza.
Bingo. That's the second big job for any. We use it not just for questions, but also for negative sentences. When the answer is no, or when something doesn't exist, we use any. I don't have any money. She doesn't have any brothers or sisters. We don't have any time.
So any is for the negatives and the questions, the two N's, no and not sure, and some is for positive, happy statements.
That's a perfect way to remember it. The two N's for any. But, like every good rule in English, there's a little twist, right? There's always an exception to make it interesting.
Of course there is, because English would be too easy otherwise. So what's the twist, Jack?
Well, imagine you're at a restaurant. You're with a friend. You're looking at the menu and you see they have delicious-looking cakes. You really want one. You turn to your friend and you are almost sure they will say yes. You're offering something. What do you say?
I might say, would you like some cake? Or do you want some coffee?
Yes, but wait, Sophie. That's a question, Sophie. You used some in a question. You broke the rule.
Oh no, did I? You got me.
I did, but it's okay, because this is the friendly exception. When we're offering something to someone, or when we're asking for something and we expect the answer to be yes, we can use some. It makes the question sound more polite, more positive, more inviting.
Ah, I see. So if I'm offering you cake, I use some because in my heart, I hope you will say yes. It's a positive question.
Exactly. Compare it. If you say, "Do you have any cake?" That's just a neutral question. You're just asking for information. Maybe you're hungry, maybe you're not. But if you say, "Would you like some cake?" You're being warm. You're offering a nice thing. You're hoping for a yes, please.
That's a really important difference. It's about the feeling behind the question. So, for example, if I'm at a party and I see someone standing alone, I might go up to them and say, "Would you like some company?" I'm offering friendship, so I use some.
Perfect example. And it works for asking for things too. If you're asking for a favor and you're pretty sure the person will help, you can use some. Like, "Could you please give me some advice?" It sounds much softer than, "Can you give me any advice?"
Okay, this is making so much sense. So let's do a quick mental exercise, a little quiz for everyone listening. I want you to imagine the situation and choose the best word, some or any.
Ooh, I love a good quiz. Okay, Sophie, hit us with the first one.
Situation 1. You're at a friend's house, you're thirsty, you don't know what drinks they have. You ask politely, "Do you have blank water?"
I'm at a friend's house. I'm thirsty. I don't know what they have. It's an open door, an unknown. So the correct word is, "Do you have any water?" It's a neutral question. I just want information.
Perfect. Situation 2, you're at a cafe. The waiter comes to your table. You want to order a coffee. What do you say?
Can I have some coffee, please? Definitely some, because I'm ordering. I'm asking for something. It's a polite request.
Great job. Last one, a bit trickier. You're telling a story to a friend about your vacation. You want to say that the weather was beautiful every single day. There were no bad days. What do you say? We didn't have blank bad weather on our trip.
This one is about a negative sentence. We didn't have. That's the key. The word didn't makes it negative. So we must use any. We didn't have any bad weather on our trip. It was all perfect.
Nailed it. How did everyone listening do? Did you get them right? If you made a mistake, don't worry at all. This is how we learn, by practicing and hearing the patterns.
Exactly. And the more you listen to real conversations, the more natural it becomes. You start to hear the rhythm of it. Some feels positive and specific. Any feels open and, well, any which way.
That's a nice way to describe it. Now, let's talk about some common mistakes we hear learners make, because if you know the common traps, you can avoid them.
Good idea. What's the number one mistake you hear, Sophie?
The biggest one is using any in a positive statement where it shouldn't be. For example, a learner might say, "I have any friends in London." That sounds very strange to a native speaker.
It does, because I have is positive. You are saying something exists, so you need some. I have some friends in London. It tells me they exist. They are real. I have any friends makes it sound like a question or negative, even though it isn't.
Right. Another common one is mixing it up with the word every. Sometimes learners use any when they mean every. For example, they might say, "Any student wants to pass the exam." That's not quite right.
That's a great point. Any student means any one student. It doesn't matter which one. It's singular in a way. But if you mean all students, you would say every student wants to pass the exam. So be careful with that.
Let's look at that difference with a simple analogy. Imagine a big bowl of candy. If I say, take any candy, I mean you can choose one piece. It doesn't matter which one. You have freedom to choose. If I say, take some candy, I mean take a few pieces. Take a small, indefinite amount. It's positive. I'm offering it to you. If I say, there isn't any candy, well, that's just sad. The bowl is empty.
I love the candy bowl analogy. That makes it so easy to see. Any for the choice, some for the positive amount, and any again for the negative.
Exactly. So before we wrap up, let's go back to the beginning, to the feeling of possibility, the idea of choices and paths in life, because these words are everywhere in those kinds of stories.
They really are. Think about big life decisions. You might stand at a crossroads and think, should I take this job? Is there any chance it will make me happy? It's a question. It's an unknown.
And then, after you make the choice, you look back. You might think, well, I made the decision, and I've learned some valuable lessons. It's a positive statement. You have those lessons now. They're real. It's some.
Or you might have a regret. You might think, I don't have any regrets about leaving my old job. Negative sentence. Any.
See, it's not just grammar. It's a way of talking about our lives, our certainties and our uncertainties, our somes and our any's.
That's beautiful, Sophie. So for everyone listening, we want you to start listening for these words in your own life. When you're watching a movie in English, listen for some and any. When you're listening to a song, see if you can hear them. The more you notice them, the more natural they will become.
Okay, let's quickly recap the key phrases and ideas from today so they stick in your mind. First and most important, use some in positive sentences. I bought some new shoes. She has some great ideas. Second, use any in questions. Do you have any questions for me? Is there any milk left? Third, use any in negative sentences. I don't have any time today. He didn't make any mistakes. And the bonus polite exception, use some in offers and requests when you expect a yes. Would you like some tea? Could I have some help, please?
That's a perfect summary. Simple and clear. Now, before we go, we have a question for you. We want you to practice. Think about your own life right now.
Yes, we want you to look at your week ahead. Think about the open doors and the known things. And in the comments below, finish this sentence. This week, I don't have any blank, but I do have some blank.
That's a great one. For example, I could say, this week, I don't have any free time on Tuesday, but I do have some time on Friday to relax. See? You're using both words in a real sentence about your life. We can't wait to read your answers.
It's a fantastic way to practice, and don't worry about being perfect. Just try. The important thing is to use the language and be part of our conversation.
If you found this episode helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps other learners find our podcast.
And if you want to get better at understanding real, everyday English conversations, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. You don't want to miss our next chat.
Thanks so much for listening and for being a part of our community. We love learning with you.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and we'll see you next time on Daily English Conversations. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.